Hey everyone, it's Nerf Boy Productions here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some new Nerf Star Wars blasters. So as you can see, first off, this is not your typical Nerf blaster. This is all Star Wars branding, but they are completely Nerf blasters just with Star Wars logos. So we got two for you guys today. So this first one is the Nerf First Order Stormtrooper Deluxe Blaster. Pretty long name, but that's what this is. And this is the Nerf Chewbacca Bowcaster. So in this video, we're going to take a look at both blasters. First, we will start off with the Stormtrooper one, and then we will get to the Chewbacca Bowcaster. Okay, so if you're wondering why Nerf is randomly releasing Star Wars blasters, it's in conjunction with the new Disney Star Wars movie, The Force Awakens. So they've partnered up to release a bunch of new Star Wars styled blasters. And what I like about these blasters is they're not just repaints of a lot of other ones, and they're like repainting it with Star Wars branding. It's actually new blasters, which I love. So let's take a look at the box of the first one. As you can see here, it is open face style, so you can touch the blaster and everything. You see the Star Wars Force Awakens there. You have a picture of the Stormtrooper firing a blaster. Pretty cool. You got the Nerf logo up at the top corner, and you can see everything that the blaster comes with. Now on the back side, you got a diagram of the blaster. It tells you what it comes with. It comes with a removable scope, detachable stock, tactical rail, and 12 of these red Star Wars darts, which are pretty cool. And it also advertises that it shoots up to 65 feet right on the back, or 20 meters. It tells you how to load and do everything on the back. Unleash the fury of the First Order with this 12-dart clip-fed blaster. Okay, that is it for the box. Nothing else too interesting. You can see it says Star Wars there. And that's about it, so let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, so here's the Stormtrooper blaster. Let's go ahead and get into this. Okay, so in here you can see we have the instruction manual. So it's got everything to do with the blaster. There you go. On the back we have a bunch of cardboard twist ties holding together everything here. So you can either undo the twist ties at the back or simply cut the blaster out of its sheathing. Okay, so there's two holding in the main. Here's the scope. Here's the magwell. If you don't know what this is, I'll explain it in a second. This is the 12-dart magazine. It works in every other Nerf blaster as well. And the entire thing is white. I love that because you can use these in other blasters and the white looks awesome. And then we have the 12 red darts as advertised. Pretty cool. Nerf is starting to make a lot of novelty darts. Okay, so I actually want to start by showing you guys these darts. So you can see that it says Star Wars on there. You have a little logo. And Nerf on the other side with a logo. The tips of these darts are actually clear, which I love, love, love. That's really cool. They're kind of translucent. And other than that, it's a normal Elite dart in the red. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay out everything we have. First thing you're going to want to do is assemble your blaster. So on one side, there's a gaping hole and this little box thing, and they clip together. It tells you in the instructions, basically, make sure the button faces the back of the blaster, and then just push on, like so. Now that's where your clip's going to go in. So your clip goes in the side. First, let's load it up. Alright, all 12 darts in the 12-dart clip. Let's put our little scope on. And now we can load up our blaster. So the way it works is you prime this piece back on the bottom. And when you do that, it releases the lock. So you can put the clip in like that, prime it forwards, and everything is in. Alright, so now let's go over the features of the blaster. As you can see, this is the stock. This actually came on it in the box. But this is removable. It doesn't extend or anything. It's a fixed stock. But that just goes on there. Now, of course, with every other Nerf blaster, you could put any other stocks you have on there. With the one tactical rail, of course, you can put on the included scope, but you can also attach any other attachment you'd like. The little orange tab piece is a little different than anything I've ever seen to hold everything in place. That's cool. The barrel is not detachable. This thing right here is solid and stationary. This is your jam door, so when you prime back, you can access your jams like that. Obviously, that's the trigger. Handle feels comfortable, and for this, the way you load it and fire it is you have this piece underneath. Now you can prime this back, pull it forwards, take a shot, and you know, that keeps happening. And then it also has slam fire, so you hold down the trigger and you can rapid pump. That actually feels quite satisfying with the dart. Yeah. So that's the features. Now let's go and see how well it performs. As you can see, it is pouring rain outside, so we're going to have to stick to an indoor range test for today. Alright, so we've got our Stormtrooper Blaster here. We're going to load in our 12 darts. I'm going to do 6 shots down the length of my house, flat, and then just single fire, and then pump action. So here's one. I have not been counting. Alright, cool. So let's go see how they did. They all have made it to the wall pretty much, which is almost the entire length of my house, which is definitely cool for indoor stuff, and I think what this general target market is made for. I don't think they would make Star Wars branded Nerf blasters and then expect you to go out to serious wars with them and stuff. They're fun to play around with and, you know, role play and stuff. All the darts had a pretty tight spread actually. Most of them landed here except for the one that hit the chair, but they all kind of landed in the same area. Quite satisfied. Alright, so here's my final thoughts on the Nerf Stormtrooper Deluxe Blaster, or whatever it's called. So this is basically a reshelled Raider or Rampage, if you guys don't know what that blaster is. Basically, it's a side-loading mag-well blaster with a pump-action grip, and it's got slam fire. It's basically, it's even got the jam door on this side. It is essentially the exact same blaster. I, for one, love that blaster, so I think this is a nice blaster. That's how it works. I like the stock it comes with. It's pretty cool. The handle's comfortable. The scope could be a wee bit better. It's kind of tiny. Get my wee pun? Because it's small. Anyways. Haha. So, this is the bottom guard, and it's quite comfortable. I wasn't sure when I first saw it on an angle, like how nice that would be, but I really like it. It's really easy to shoot fast, just as a Rampage. Maybe even slightly easier, because I always find with the vertical grip, I'm always overextending my arm. This is, I don't know, it's really easy, especially with slam fire. Super simple. I like the 12 dart clip, although it's a little bit of a small capacity. It looks really cool sticking out the side. Well, I don't know if it looks cool, but it looks very Stormtrooper-y, so they got that right. And it just looks like a very Star Wars blaster, so I give an A grade for the looks. It looks like a really cool blaster. Very sci-fi, awesome. If you want to repaint this, you could get a very cool looking sci-fi Rampage. I don't have problems with this blaster, other than the stock being a little too small. Everything's comfortable, it fires. I guess it could be a little bit better close to elite ranges with the 55-foot claim, which I think is pretty accurate and to their claim. So also the spread of the darts, speaking about accuracy, the spreadness of the darts were really close, so I did like to see that. No real complaints here. I mean, it's a solid pickup if you're into modding or painting or something. I think this would be a cool thing, maybe if you're not even into Star Wars. Buy this, make a sick sci-fi paint job on it, and trick it out on the internals, and you got a really cool weapon prop thingy. Yeah. So that's what I have to say about the Stormtrooper Deluxe Blaster. Now let's move on to the Crossbow Chewbacca Bowcaster. That thing. Alright, so now let's take a look at the Nerf Star Wars Chewbacca Bowcaster. This is a closed style box, and for some reason I like these better. It just maybe reminds me of my Lego days or something. But you can see you got a picture of the blaster on there. Very cool. So let's go ahead and get up closer. So you can see we have a picture of the blaster here. An awesome little thing of Chewbacca. And another one, because look how epic that is. Very, very cool. I love that. So again, this one advertises it shoots 65 feet and 20 meters, just as the Stormtrooper Blaster did. Comes with 5 darts. On the back we have a diagram of the blaster. It says 1 tactical rail, comes with a removable scope, and dart storage on the side. It comes with, the 5 darts it comes with are these green Star Wars darts, which are really cool, unlike the red ones from the Stormtrooper Blaster. And then it also says, fight the First Order like the Wookiee hero Chewbacca with his dart-firing bowcaster. That's it for the box. Let's go ahead and jump in. Alright, so let's go ahead, flip the box over, and get into this. Cutting the tape here. So much easier than the open face style. It does remind me of Lego, but I like it. Let's flip it over and pull it out. Okay. Here's our instruction manual. Just like this. Okay. We don't need that. And then everything is held in by cardboard. So I think we'll just be able to pull everything out, really. This is one of your dart holders that I'll talk about in a second. This is, I believe, a stock. Chewbacca's weird binocular sight thing. Here's the bow piece. And here's the blaster. Alright, so the blaster itself is really small, smaller than I thought. So to install the bow arms, you have to first take the bow piece and make sure it's over top. Pull down and clip it in. Now it's clipped in, the bow is ready to go. It's got a safety, so you actually can't dry fire this bow. That's kind of annoying, but let's put in our stock here. This stock is not detachable, so once you pop this guy in, it is in for good. That's kind of tricky to get in, but like I said, once it's in, it's in. So now we also have our little dart storage thing, which clips on the 2 holes in the side here, just like that. And it's actually removable. That's awesome. So you can take it off when you want to. It's only on this one side though. You can't put it on the left side. And then our 1 tactical rail for our scope sight thing, whatever you want to call it. So as you can see, it says Star Wars there. You got the green symbol, and then on the other side it says Nerf. So I think that's the good guy symbol. I don't really know too much about it yet. Star Wars. This is the clear green tip. The other ones have the clear red tip on the Stormtrooper blasters. I like these Star Wars darts. They're cool. Alright, so you put your 4 darts into the dart holder, which seems to be holding them pretty well. I don't think you'll have any problems with them falling out unless, of course, you like flick it with your finger. And even still, that's yeah, it's pretty good. Better than expected. Definitely better than the barrel break one. And then you get your last dart to put in there. Alright, so the way it works is you take the string, lock it down into the back, put in your dart, and pull the trigger. Very cool. Alright, so let's go see how far this thing actually shoots. Of course, before I say anything, I gotta mention, this is not a very practical blaster. You have to pull back these bow arms every time and load in a dart. It's not a very practical blaster for fast firing, but it'll definitely look cool as a sidearm if you just want to whip out the one single shot. Pretty cool. And it's a silent kill, you know, so like if you're some sort of ninja stealth guy, this would be a pretty cool weapon to sneak up on someone with. Alright, so let's go see how it shoots. Alright, here's the Chewbacca Bowcaster. We got 5 darts ready to go. Load in our first one, and we'll just take a flat shot. That didn't perform too well. Well, hopefully the next one's better. Oh, even worse. Hi, Charlie. My dog's in the way. Another one, maybe. Okay, that one went right to the wall. Kinda inconsistent, Nerf. What are you doing? This blaster's all over the place. Ah! That one hit the roof. I didn't even... Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not even gonna look to go see where those went. They went all over the place. This blaster is cool and I like the look of it and stuff, but you know, you're better off sticking with the Nerf Snapfire or a Crossbolt, because this thing's basically the same but single fire and it just doesn't perform nearly as well. But it looks cool, I guess. It's also actually kind of small, but yeah. Alright, here's my final thoughts on the Chewbacca Star Wars Bowcaster. Star Wars Chewbacca Bowcaster. Yeah. I don't like it. It sucks. Bye-bye. Just kidding. But I do not like it. Pulling this back with every consecutive dart load is kind of annoying. Now you do actually have to do that. It has a lock, so you can't release this bow arm until you put a dart in. I hate that. If you try and push the thing back with a dart, you just end up putting markings in the backing of your darts, and it's just no good. It's got a random hole in it that I don't know what that's for. The stock is actually pointless. Look at me right now, trying to shoot this. It's stupid pointless. The thing weighs like an ounce, so it feels pretty cheap, but it is a toy, so I can't argue the cheap factor. Anyways, this is pretty much the coolest thing. You put this up right to your eyes, and you see one passage. You know, just as binoculars work. But I do like these. They're pretty cool. But the actual blaster, I would just say stick to a crossbolt or a snap fire or something, because this is not my favorite personally. The dart holder's pretty cool, but it's got these weird pegging systems instead of doing a standard tactical rail, so you can't put it on any other blasters, which is a shame. But that's about all I have to say about this blaster. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, if you enjoyed a big Star Wars video like this with like 2 blasters in one, because you know 2 in 1 is always fun. I don't know, I was trying to rhyme. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, remember there is new videos every single Saturday. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and as always, this was Nerf Boy Productions signing off. Also, I didn't want to say this, but I'm not really into Star Wars. Bye.